Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Kleiner Vogel wrote in and asked, how do you basically get a backing track that you can have playing in the SP404 Mark II and have that playing, but don't have it record as like part of the resampling process or sampling? And we can totally do that. There's a few things you need to know. First, by default, when we hit a pad, it's coming out channels 1 and 2 on the back of the SP404 Mark II, or Master as it's referred to. And right now I've got that channel 1 and 2 or Master plugged into the channel 4 on my mixer here. And then it's also taking whatever's being played out of Master and playing it out of your headphone jack on the front, which is also outputs 3 and 4, but it's going to channel 6 on my TX6 mixer here. So by default, it's going to play on both, which doesn't sound super useful. However, there is under here a setting that is Shift Pad 13 System. We're going to go down to Pad Mute. By default, the counterclockwise setting is Master and Phone. What that means is if you mute it with Master and Phone set, if I go Shift Reverse and hit Pad 13, it's not playing out of Master or headphone. That's kind of a bummer. We can still hear, we can play other stuff. Now, if I go back, Shift Pad 13, go to System, and go down to Pad Mute again, if I just set this to Master, what this means is it basically isn't coming out the back ports, our output 1 and 2, but it is coming out the front because it is only muting it going to Master, but the Pad Mute is still allowed to come through the front jacks. So if we put this together, there's some fun things that we are actually able to do if you have that setting set to Master. So I'm going to go Shift Reverse and turn this off to begin with. Let us first start by creating a loop. So I'm just going to go copy. We're going to go pattern 1. This is just a drum pattern. I actually want to copy this to a sample. I want this to just be a loop, audio loop for whatever reason. Basically because it's the easiest way to show this, but we're just going to render this out. And if I use pad mutes, I can take that drum loop, have it play forever, and get this to do exactly what I want, which will be not recorded into the track. So let's do a few things. First, this is the drum loop. I'm going to turn gate off and loop on. So now it's going to play forever. And I'm just going to stop it. We go Shift Reverse and mute it. So now it's only going out the channels or onto my mixer channel 6. Cool. So let's say I want to play. Actually, we'll play it. And you should notice like this can be like a little tricky because I want to keep it muted. You got to remember to kind of keep muting stuff here from time to time. The SP404 Mark II unmute stuff, but this allows me to now come in and let's say we mute here. We don't hear the drums. Let's say I want to play this piano note chromatically. Can't hear the drum because I've muted the headphone jack here. We unmute it. Seems like it's fine. So we can hear it and we can hear the drums. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means that if we go resample, it is going to hear whatever we play. Whoop, I'm going to stop it. Shift Reverse, hit Pad 13. We're going to mute this. And I'm just keeping this muted because there's no sense in doubling up the audio. But if we go resample, pick Pad 13, and we'll hit this, it's going to start recording because we get a pad trigger, but it's actually not recording the audio to the buffer or into the sample for Pad 14 here. I'm going to switch over here and I'm just going to hold Enter and hit Pad 8. So I select this so I can go chromatically. So like if I had a loop, like we could have something like fancier going. I'm just going to tap record. We're going to stop recording. What do we have? Well, you're going to see here, like we don't hear anything. I was talking a lot and I wasn't playing, but if I go hit start and end here, you will see some of the audio. So we did not, because this was muted, we didn't record any of the drums and we just recorded over here the audio that I was playing in. And we can do some fun stuff now. So, like, if we want to play these together, it will go and it'll stay in sync because it started recording immediately as soon as the drums came in. Now, obviously, it takes a little bit of time to kind of move between the chromatic and stuff, so you'll have to give yourself a little bit of time to kind of get like synced up. But you'll see this will play. So we got this all set up, working great. Where do we go from here? Well, if we exit all the way out here, this is now unmuted just because I did the 4 exit. Obviously, you do shift record and kind of mute or unmute. This does mean if we want to go back out the main track now, we can play this and we can have both playing at the same time to get both of the audio with, sorry, this one probably should have gate off and loop on as well. Maybe loop on doesn't make sense anymore. Anyway, I'll leave it as an exercise to folks that are interested in doing this kind of stuff. I've done plenty of videos on this in the past, but yeah, you can do all kinds of fun stuff. Where are we going to drop in here soon? There you go. So we can hold shift reverse. You can kind of play around with the pad mutes and stuff, so you can get pretty crazy here with setting things up. Anyway, thank you, Kleiner, for the question. Hope this helps answer kind of the mechanics of how the SP404 Mark II works, routes audio around, and why you might want that pad mute setting on or off, and then be able to use the shift reverse to pad mute things. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.